So, admittedly, I don't play Commander too much, but when I do play, I play my Slivers. This is my only Commander deck, and it's kind of a budget Sliver deck, but I do enjoy playing it. So I'll just, is this good? Is this good? Should I lower this camera? Should I lower it? Should I get real low? Let me just get real low. Let me get real low. Ah, that's better. So, so this is my Sliver Commander deck. This is my Commander. It makes the best Sliver Commander in my opinion because he can tutor for Slivers. There's obviously more powerful Slivers out there, but to me, this has to be the best for a Commander. A lot of people like using Hivelord, which is also a really, really good Commander, but I switched it up actually with this. So that's my Commander. What you want? Megantic Sliver gives all your Slivers +3/+3, so that's a nice pump up spell. A little hard to cast it early on, but usually Commander games don't last after turn. They don't just have like a 3-minute win condition like Modern. Venom Sliver, real good Sliver. Gives all your Slivers Death Touch. Essence Sliver, so whenever a Sliver deals damage, its controller gains that much life, so it's nice to give your Slivers lifelink. This is a really good Sliver. Ward Sliver. When it comes into play, you can choose a color, and then all Slivers have protection from that color. So if you're playing someone, and they're playing like a mono black deck, you basically give yourself protection from everything black, and you win the game. Thorncaster Sliver. It has, whenever Sliver you control attacks, it deals 1 damage to a creature or a player. That's a great way to close off the game and clear the board. Watcher Sliver just gives your Slivers a nice big butt. 0++2. Gemhide Sliver gives all your Slivers add 1 mana to your mana pool. It's the same thing as Manaweft Sliver, except this unfortunately says all Slivers, so if you're playing someone who also is playing Slivers, it kind of gives you disadvantage, but there's not too many people I know who play Slivers. Bonescythe Sliver. All Slivers have double strike. Very, very handy. Sliver Construct. I mean, if you only have colorless mana at the beginning, or you're not getting the right mana, which is unfortunate for this deck because running 5 colors is never easy. So I thought maybe just for some safety to run a Sliver Construct. Diffusion Sliver. So whenever a Sliver creature you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell unless its controller pays 2. So it's nice. Gives you a little bit of a counter action. Always good. Kind of reminds me of Merfolk. Fungus Sliver. All Slivers have, whenever this creature deals damage, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Pretty good. Just pump up your dudes again. Spinneret lets your Slivers block creatures with flying. Always good. Shifting Sliver. It can't be blocked except by Slivers. This is pretty much win the game if you play this right and you're playing someone who doesn't really have an answer to it. Constricting Sliver. So basically it lets you exile a creature an opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. So it's nice. It's like Banisher Priest a bit. So you just take control of one of their creatures. They can't do anything with it. Can't sacrifice it. Can't block with it. Use its abilities. It's good. Leeching Sliver. Whenever a Sliver you control attacks, defending player loses 1 life. So that's a really, really powerful Sliver. Especially if you have a lot on the board. You can really, really do some damage with that. Harmonic Sliver. All Slivers have, when this creature comes into play, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Very, very nice and useful. Steelform Sliver gives all your creatures another pound to their butt. 0/1. Magma Sliver. Target crit Sliver gets +X and +0. I can't speak today, Jesus. +X +0 until end of turn, where X is the number of Slivers in play. So that's really powerful. If you think, it's kind of almost like a Goblin Pile Driver, but for Slivers. So that can come in handy. This one just gives your Slivers a nice, a little more booty. +0, +1. Crypt Sliver, regenerate target slivers. So, I mean, needless to say, that's pretty damn good. This is it's a Changeling. I don't know if you guys are, I mean, sure people know Changeling if you're playing Magic in the Lower and block. But basically, you can kind of swap in and out its abilities. So, you can protect your creatures, and you can turn this into a Sliver as well and gain all the abilities of the other Slivers. So it's a nice versatile card to have for a creature. Striking Sliver, giving your Slivers first strike. Slivers. God, I can't speak. I'm not doing this in the morning again. This is terrible. Battle Sliver. Sliver creatures you control get +2/+0. Gives them a nice bit of additional attacking power. Sliver creatures you control have Jesus Christ. Sliver creatures you control have vigilance. So that's nice. Attack, block. You know, he's not going to tap. Predatory Sliver, giving them more pumps, +1/+1. Very, very good Sliver. And it was a common. Damn. Quick Sliver, flash. Any player may play Sliver cards as though they had flash. So it's good. I mean, again, if your opponent has Slivers, they can use this ability, which kind of sucks about the older Slivers. But it's good to be able to flash in your Slivers for blockers and to give your Slivers abilities on their turn. Very nice. Blade Sliver. Slivers get +1/+0. Just a nice little pump up. Homing Sliver, giving your Sliver cycling, which is good, because if you have a Sliver and it's not that useful at the moment, it'll give you the ability to cycle. Fury Sliver, giving your creatures, your Slivers double strike, always nice. Metallic Sliver, a nice 1 mana, colorless mana, drop down to 1/1. Really nice. So it doesn't matter what your mana battle, or doesn't matter what your mana is at the beginning of the game, because you can play this at any time. Virulent Sliver, giving your Slivers poisonous, which is good. So if if you don't really know how to get around doing the, you know, because obviously Commander, that's pretty, you know, it's a lot of life you got to deal with. Giving them poisonous counters is a nice way to end the game. Manaweft, giving your Slivers an ability to create any color of mana. Very nice. This one, you can sacrifice Slivers, give them +2/+2. Firewake Sliver, very good. Oop. Brood Sliver. I love this card. Whenever a Sliver deals combat damage to a player's controller may put a 1/1 colorless Sliver creature token into play. So that's awesome. So basically, whenever you're dealing damage, you're putting in a 1/1 colorless, but if you already have a bunch of Slivers on the battlefield, it's not a 1/1 colorless. It comes in with all the abilities the other Slivers have, and you're pretty much getting this for free. So yeah, pretty awesome. Galerider Sliver, very good, giving all your Slivers flying. Very useful. Toxin Sliver, whenever a Sliver deals combat damage to a creature, destroy that creature. It can't be regenerated. Very good. Synapse Sliver, whenever a Sliver deals combat damage to a player's controller, may draw a card. Very good, very good. So it can get you through your deck real quick. And Sliver Hivelord. So this was my commander before, but I swapped it out just because I like the tutoring ability of the Overlord better. So this gives all your Slivers indestructible. So really powerful card. A lot of people's favorite Sliver. Sedge Sliver, really good. All Slivers have this creature gets +1/+1 as long as you control a swamp and regenerate this creature for 1. Yeah, that's pretty powerful. You're pumping your creatures up and you're giving them the ability to regenerate. Very powerful card. One of the best Sliver cards. Descendants Path basically lets you put a Sliver on the battlefield for free at the beginning of your upkeep if it shares the same creature type. So if you're playing all Slivers, it gives you a nice advantage. So very good. It's kind of like a tutor, but you're not searching your deck. It's whatever's on top and on the top deck, but it's good. This is a really underrated card. Ascetism. I don't know if I said that right, but creatures your opponents. Creatures you control can't be targets of spells or abilities your opponents control, and you can regenerate creatures. So that's really powerful. Really powerful if you're running a creature-based deck. It gives them all hexproof, and you can regenerate creatures. for 2 mana, 1 colorless and 1 green. Really good. Soul Ring adds 2 colorless. Obviously, a lot of people play this in their commander decks. Why not? It's really versatile, nice. Selesnya Signet, a nice mana rock, because when you're running 5 color mana, you need ways to get out those cards. Izzet Signet, Simic Signet, Japanese Expedition Map. I guess I could swap it out with the English one, but I think everyone knows what this card does. Sacrifice it for a land card, which is really good because again you need to make sure that your mana base is good. Bell-based Portal. So this one's interesting. So as Bell-based Portal comes into play, choose a creature type and put a creature card from that chosen creature type from your hand into play. So basically, it's letting you just like the Sliver Overlord, it's letting you tutor slivers from your hand. So that's really cool for 3 mana. You just throw in creatures out. Lotus Petal. So nice. You can sacrifice it for it's 0 mana, sacrifice it, and you can add 1 mana of any color. Really good, especially when you're running a Sliver deck with 5 colors. Damnation. Nice. So, needless to say, you know what this does. For 2 colorless and 2 black, you can destroy all creatures, and they can't be regenerated. Wrath of God. Same thing, except in white. With really nice artwork. I don't know, which artwork do you guys like better? They look like gaping holes with, like, looks like something farted, and there's green gas and white gas going in there. Very cool, though. Nice cards. Player reward cards. They got to bring those back. Shatterstorm, destroy all artifacts in play. So that could be useful if you're playing someone who has a lot of artifacts, artifact-based deck. Really good. Dispel, counter target instant spell. It's useful. Hive Strings, put 2 colorless Sliver creature tokens into battlefield. And pretty good, because again, they're later in the game, they're not just colorless, they gain all the abilities that every Sliver has. Terminus, nice. Put all creatures on the bottom of their owner's library for the Miracle Cast. That's really good. Especially if you're playing someone, they're just dominating the board, and you just do not have a lot of Slivers out there. Brainstorm, draw 3 cards and put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. Very good. Smother, destroy target creature with mana cost 3 or less. It can't be regenerated. Another good creature removal. Thunderous Wrath, deal 5 damage to a target creature or player. I put some miracle cards in there just because I felt like it gives like a little added versatility. You know, you can just do the 5 damage to them or to a creature. It's like a removal, but also could potentially win you a game. Cruel Ultimatum. Everyone knows what this card does. It was just reprinted again, I think, in Modern Masters 2017. So it's been hit by the reprint button quite a lot. Explosive Vegetation. So it's good for your, again, obviously, the mana source for this deck is incredibly hard to get out, so this helps you get out 2 lands. Logic Knot, very good. Counters target spell unless its controller pays X, so that's really good because doesn't matter if it's late in the game, you can just counter any spell they have because you're going to have the mana for it. Jund Charm, exile all cards from target player's graveyard, or Jund Charm deals 2 damage to each creature, or put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. I just like the versatility in this card. Could come in handy, especially if they're playing some sort of graveyard like a graveyard heavy deck. Very good. Compulsive Research, target player draws 3 cards, and that player discards 2 cards unless he or she discards a land card. Very good. Vanishment, again, you just get that creature, put it on their on top of their owner's library. Very annoying, especially for that miracle cost. Golgari Charm, choose 1. All creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn, or destroy target enchantment, or regenerate creature you control. So, very powerful card. Again, great versatility. Any charm I find is really good for a commander deck. Charms, they really add that extra little bit, that little bit. Primal Command, choose 2. Target player gains 7 life. Put target non-creature permanent on top of its owner's library. Target player shuffles his or her graveyard into his library. Or search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle your library. Great versatility. I like the tutoring ability in this a lot. Terminate, Good creature removal. Very good. Creeping Coercion. Destroy all artifacts. Again, there's a Shatterstorm. I know it's kind of like... People might be like, well, you have Shatterstorm. Why are you putting this card in there? Well, if I can't get out that red mana, it's nice to have the green option. And, I mean, I've seen a lot of artifacts in Commander. Like, a lot. People love artifacts. And it's kind of like a nice artifact hate card. Abrupt Decay. Can't be countered by spells or abilities. Very nice. Destroy target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less. Very, very powerful card. Eternal Dominion. This card is weird. This is, if you're playing multiplayer, this is just going to mess the game up. Which is, it's kind of like a FU card. Search target opponent library for an artifact, creature, enchantment, or land card. Put that card into play under your control. Then that player shuffles his or her library. Then Epic. For the rest of the game, you can't play spells at the beginning of each of your upkeeps. Copy the spell except for its epic ability. You may choose a new target for the copy. Really, really weird card. Yeah. You play this, people will be like, God damn it. Why'd you do that? Some nice plains. Mountain. I don't know if this is in order. Might be all over the place. Yeah, island, mountain, swamp. Another nice plains from Unhinged. A forest. Very nice. I love these forests. These are my favorite forests. Amazing forests. Got 3 of them. That's how much I love them. Island, again. Island. Nice unhinged land. Godless Shrine. Ancient Ziggurat. So this is good. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Spend this only to play creature spells. And when more than half your deck is creatures, it comes in handy. Hallowed Fountain, good versatility. Temple Garden, good versatility. Woodland Cemetery, really good versatility. I think I have most... I think it's a little more green mana than anything else in my deck, which is good because I have a lot of green slivers, or slivers that use green. Mutavault, really good. Really good. Gives your lands abilities to become creatures with all creature types, which is good. So essentially, it's like a sliver land. Overgrown Tomb, really good. Stomping Ground, amazing. Encroaching Waste. So it's interesting. I could probably swap this out for Ghost Quarter, which I actually might do. This is very budget, and I mean, when I say budget, it's still like almost a $300 deck, probably more if you include the lands, the non-basic lands from Unhinged. But yeah, this card lets you destroy target non-basic land when you sacrifice it. Not as powerful as Ghost Quarter, but I don't know, I might switch it up. I think I did have a Ghost Quarter in there. I might have accidentally taken it out to put something else in. Rakdos Canarium. So this is good for your mana source. And I put a couple 3-color lands in there, which is nice. They come in tapped, but that's why I put a lot of shock lands in there just in case you didn't want things to come in tapped, which you probably don't. But again, this is a bit of a budget deck. I would have probably thrown fetches in there instead, but I didn't really want to make this like a $500+ deck. So I have 2 of these. I think I might have 1. Yeah, and I have Jungle Shrine. Is there anything else? Yeah. Oh no. So yeah, I did have Ghost Quarter. Ah, there you go. I was like, wait, why don't I have Ghost Quarter? But then there it is. I got it. Command Tower. It's good, especially when you have a 5-color commander. Really good. Exotic Orchard. It's good if your opponent is using mana that you need at the moment. You can produce that type. And another Selesnya Sanctuary. So that's another bounce land. Really good. And that is my budget Sliver Commander deck. Leave a comment and let me know if this deck is awful, because I like playing it. But again, I don't play too much Commander. I just thought I would show you guys this deck and let me know what you think would make this deck more powerful. If I should swap some Slivers out for others, which, you know, artifacts you think are good. Obviously, the one thing that I need to get, actually I need to swap something out for, is Coat of Arms. Don't know why I don't know why I don't have this in this deck, because it really works for this deck, and I probably should swap. What should I swap for it? Oh, probably I could probably swap Banishment or something like that. Anyways, yeah, So let me know what you guys think of this deck, and let me know if you guys play Commander, and if you do, what is your Commander? Alright, thanks again. Tune in for more content. Bye-bye.